Shalom. Like we always begin, I want to give all the praises, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodash, and double honors unto my apostles, elders, and teachers at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, mercy, and salutations to all you sincere brothers that are scattered, pushing the true gospel of our Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in all sincerity and in truth. Now, I want to bring out, I think, two information here that I came across, just kind of highlighting, all right, the times in which we're in. And as the scriptures say, the watchman, okay, you are expected, okay, to watch everything, okay, because your duty as a watchman is to warn the wicked, all right, so that the blood is off of your hands. All right, if you do not warn the wicked, guess what? The wicked will still get punished, but now, okay, the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh will punish you as well with the wicked, okay? But if you warn the wicked, if you warn the people, if you do your job as a messenger or as a watchman, okay, then Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, if it be his will, okay, you see, if you are a part of the elect, then you will escape, okay, the judgment, you will be saved. Okay, in other words, all right, like how these, so-called Christian, all right, they say, that they are saved, all right, but nobody's saved until, okay, you get beamed up, okay, until Yahweh Shai returns and actually delivers you, okay, from the tribulation, all right, that is happening at the time, okay, and at this time currently, all right. So over here, what you see, it says a 14-year-old girl died after a breast surgery done by her mom's boyfriend. Okay, and a lot of the time, these young children, okay, you see, they go through a lot of different wickedness, and a lot of the time it's done, okay, by the mom's boyfriend, okay, or the man in which the mom is currently with, okay, because ultimately a lot of the time what happens is that these women, they introduce all these men, okay, they allow all these men to come into their home, okay, and expose their children, their daughters, their sons, okay, to these random men whom they don't even know. They think they know them, okay, but the fact that you have this man, okay, who thinks that it's all right for him to go ahead, okay, and do this operation on his stepdaughter, okay, goes to show you he don't give a shit, man, okay, because when you really think about it, even in the medical world, okay, as a doctor, okay, and so on and so forth, they don't allow you, okay, depending on the type of field you're in, they don't allow you to do operations on your immediate family, okay, you see, that's against the law, okay. It would have to be another doctor, another dentist, all right, or so on and so forth, depending on your region, okay, and what the laws are, okay, for that specific country or place, all right. But this goes to show, obviously this was done, okay, under the table, and they tried to hide it, okay, and ultimately this child, she died, all right, and it's sad, but at the same time, this is what Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshai allowed to happen. You see? Just to show you, man, that the times that we're in is crazy. So it says, according to reports, a 14-year-old girl in Durango, Mexico, reportedly died after breast augmentation allegedly performed by her mother's boyfriend. Her father initially told she died from COVID-19 complications. You see that? Because, there was a period of time, everything was linked to COVID, okay? You could have a cold, okay, and die, and, they'll say, oh, it's because of COVID. You see, this and that is because of COVID. Now, what Esau had done was, he tried to justify himself, okay, by giving everybody that jump shot, so he linked everything to COVID, you see? And so, when you look at this right here, that's what they tried to do as well. It was COVID. It was COVID. You see? And so it says Her father initially told she died from COVID complications discovered at a private farewell that she had implants and recent scars. And, there's plenty of cases where, you have women, okay, who flew to different countries, okay, different states, to get cheap, BBLs, all right? And before you know it, okay, due to the complications, all right, these people passed away, okay? And these are things and evidence that have been brought out, plenty times about, hey man, don't be doing that as a woman, as a man, because you got, hey man, let's not even go there, but, you should not be getting no goddamn BBLs, man. That's wicked, okay? You see? And so it says the surgery reportedly caused cardiorespiratory arrest and severe brain swelling. Because your body's rejecting it, man. Your body's like, what the hell is going on here? You see? This isn't right. Okay? Though a hospital death certificate listed her cause of death as cerebral edema, okay, from a respiratory illness. The Durango prosecutor office is investigating, and the Dr. Victor Manuel has been provisionally suspended. You see? And I believe that's him. And so ultimately, man, you can see what the scriptures say about gross darkness, it covereth the people. And we'll get that precept here, because you got to understand that even to think that this is our right is not right, because apparently, he's a doctor, okay? Which, let's look up what that word doctor means, all right? And this was, brought up, by our elders and the apostles, all right? Let's go to etymology, okay? Etymology online. Okay, and let's look up the word doctor. So doctor, okay, give me 1 second here. So this is on etymology online, and it says doctor, okay, 1590s, to confer the degree of doctor on, from doctor, meaning to treat as a doctor, administer medical treatment to, is from 1720, sense of alter, disguise, for the purpose of deception, falsify. Okay? Yeah, this is crazy, man. Okay? You see? Deception, falsify, okay? And a lot of these doctors, they have what you call is a degree, man. Okay, as a as what is mentioned up here. Okay? You see, which you're going backwards. You're doing exactly what this world, okay, beginning with who's in power, Esau, Edom, okay, would require you to. And that's why the medical symbol is a goddamn serpent, man. Okay? The pharmaceutical company is a bunch of I'm a witchcraft, man. Okay, that's what's happening there. That's witches. Okay? And so ultimately, you can clearly see, okay, that this ain't right. Now let's get that precept about gross darkness. Salakia, I'm a little bit under the weather, so Salakia. Okay. The book of Isaiah chapter 60 verse 2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. Okay, and what is that? That's everything in which, this world promotes. That's everything in which Esau would have everybody do. In order for you to gain, to gain some wealth, riches, etc., you got to sell out. You got to do a bunch of wicked shit behind closed doors. You lose your soul. Okay? That's what covers the people. And those that are in power are wicked. Okay? And those that have money, okay, to somewhat, okay, the celebrities of this world, etc., and so on and so forth, okay, they had to, do certain sacrifices, bow down the knee, okay, you name it, man. And so ultimately, that's what covers the people, man. Okay, so this world is ran by the wicked. And so ultimately, guess what? Everybody else within that system that so-called flourishes, okay, also has to further the agenda of the wicked. Okay, that's what covers the people. Okay, and grows darkness the people, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And that's why we are a threat, because we're coming against the wicked, man. Okay, the scriptures talk about two against, basically one against the other. Okay, you're gonna have the wicked against the righteous. You're gonna have hot against cold. Okay, good against bad. You name it. Okay, and so that's the time that we're in. Okay, and so I just wanted to bring that out. Lord willing, it was edifying, showing you, okay, the current state in which this world is in, man. You got stepfathers going forth, killing their stepdaughters by these goddamn wicked ass surgeries, man. All right, so shalom, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah, shalom.